the way that we see the world informs the way that we interact with it. It reminded me of the other day we were starting a fire in the fireplace, and I had my sunglasses on my head, and they kind of at one point just kind of dropped down. And it reminded me of times when maybe you've got your sunglasses on and you come into the house, but you just don't notice that they're there. And then dusk starts to come on and the window light is getting lower. And at some point, you're realizing, oh, it's kind of hard to see. And you take off those sunglasses and you can see everything so much more clearly. And it made me think of the way that we deal with life. When we're little, we develop these different lenses that help us adapt to the world around us and help us to be what we need to be in our relationships so that we can feel safe and cared for and connected with others. In the past, I've sacrificed the way that I want to be in the world. I've sacrificed that for connection. And I've heard it say sacrificing authenticity for connection.
Mhm.
And that is, I think, one of the ways that we betray ourselves. But the lenses that we put on, it could be like a lens of moms are stern, maybe, or it could be the lens of dads are dangerous, grown-up men are dangerous. It could be a lens of I'm not worthy of love just because I have to earn it somehow.
Mm, that was me. I have
It's
to work
so,
hard. I have to work hard. That was one of my lenses.
oh my gosh, yeah. And so you begin to see other people through this lens of like, they're going to treat me better if I work hard. And we start to pay attention to eyebrow lifts or squinting of eyes or like cocking of heads and maybe turning of shoulders. We pay attention to the minutest little things, and that feeds the lenses that we put on when we're little. It reinforces them usually. And of course, we know we attract what we expect.
Hmm.
Um, each one of those is just another layer of film that we're putting in front of ourselves and the way we view the world. And it's so wonderful when we can go through and we can lift those lenses and begin to see the world the way that it really is. Just like if I were to keep my broad daylight black sunglass lenses on at night around the fire while I'm talking to my husband, I'm not going to be able to see him clearly. I'm going to see him just the best that I can, but not the way that he really is until I can take off those lenses.
And doesn't it kind of give you a headache? I know when I don't notice I have my sunglasses on, I'm trying to see through the fog and it gives me a headache and it makes me a little bit grumpy and frustrated until oh, right. Oh, I can take these off. Huh.
So it's physically taxing, it's emotionally taxing. You don't even know why you're getting stressed out, you know? And when we see the world that way through these weird lenses that are a distortion, but that served us for a time, they serve us when the sun's so super bright and maybe we're out in the snow or it's reflecting off water. They serve us then, but then it can distort things later and it can make life so much harder and cause us physical pain. And that's not even a joke. Our metaphorical lenses can cause us physical pain. And then it can change the way that we interact with people. Even, if you're stressed out and you have a headache and you don't know why, you're going to treat people a little bit differently. And then they're going to respond differently, which causes a lot of strain in relationships.
It is so true. So we've heard a lot about the wounded child. There's the wounded
Yeah.
child within us that had whatever circumstance was difficult or even abusive. And then that wounded child puts on the lenses. Those are the adaptations. So then we have the adaptive child. I love how you say, yes, it's another film, another layer. And sometimes where we have so many layers, we really are seeing the world through such a fog. And even though they were helpful at that time, now they are what we call maladaptive. What was good for your survival or thriving, even when you were 7 with your mother, not so good now at midlife with your husband. And
Right.
so it is so important to take those off.
Yeah.
It really is just perspective, the way we view the world because of what has been given to us.